Welcome to Fox 8 News Cleveland. This is Christopher and I am the newscast. We have a breaking news at this hour. 20 residents of Cleveland are expected to be missing and they were kidnapped by unknown person. The name was unknown at this time. They are expected to fall down into the ground and straight to unknown place. All residents are advised not to fall down into the ground and may actually straight to unknown place. The police is identify the unknown individual who's responsible for this. We have other news going on. Fruits are expected to be poisoned, and it changed from various fruit colors into dark green. It's dangerous to all life in Cleveland. Do not eat fruits and it'll cause infection.
The following message has been transmitted by the request of Ohio State Police, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Food and Drug Administration, at 2:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There are many reports about the people have been died from the disease or missing and nowhere to be found. The people have been missing has straight to an unknown place. The place known as Backrooms Level 0. It is very vital not to fall down and you'll straight to backrooms. 5 minutes ago, the fruits has been contaminated with the virus and 15 people have died from the disease. The virus disease is unknown at this time. The symptoms are coughing, sneezing, diarrhea, muscle fatigue, fever, body temperature to 69 or higher, shortness of breath, slurred speech, blurred vision, sneezing blood, changing color from human skin to dark green, color blindness, headache, schizophrenia, red eyes, confusion, memory loss, amnesia, IQ changing from exact IQ to 0 IQ, and certainly death. If you go outside without any sort of protection, you will contract the disease. If you see someone or your loved one has experienced the symptoms, take them to the hospital or calling 911. Stay tuned for more information on this developing situation.
Welcome to WBNS News, serving in Columbus area. This is Emma. We have some breaking news at this hour right now. 20 people from Cleveland had fall down on the ground. At this time, 5 people has also fallen to the ground in Columbus. We advise you not to fall to the ground, and may go to the unknown place. The kidnapper is unknown at this time. The unknown individual's name is unidentified. The unknown individual is not a human. It's unknown entity. We will continue.
Local area emergency. The following message has been transmitted by the request of Ohio State Police, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Food and Drug Administration, at 2:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The virus disease is known as OLH22. The previous broadcast was mentioned earlier, about 15 minutes ago. The previous broadcast was from Cleveland. At this time, the virus disease is actually COVID-19's brother. At this time, any type of sort of fruits along with restaurants in Cleveland and Columbus has been contaminated. Do not eat all contaminated food that comes from restaurants and food stores, as you may face certain death. At this time, the virus disease is dangerous to all life in Ohio. All residents of Columbus are advised to stay home now. Do not go outside without any sort of protection, as you may get arrested or you will be shot when you were infected. You may have to wash your hands roughly 30 seconds, and using rubbing alcohol, so you don't want to shake in your hands, as you may have to social distance. Stay tuned for more information on this developing situation.
Hello and welcome back to Fox 8 News Cleveland. I'm Christopher and I will have a breaking news at this hour. CDC has identified the virus, notably OLH22. It is a virus disease and it's dangerous to all life in Ohio, and you don't need to go outside without any protection. Or you will be arrested, or you'll be shot when you're infected. We noticed the virus is a zombie virus plague. What the heck is going on? Why zombies has become real in Ohio? And also I thought it is real, and now we're screwed as possible. The zombies are acting weird and they're doing something interestingly sussy. Stay tuned for more updates on the situation.
The following message has been transmitted by the request of Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. At 5:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, OLH-22 is turning almost everyone into zombies and acting weird. But if you see a zombie, they would just touch your private parts. We know about touching private parts is illegal to do so. Do not interact the zombie as you may face certain death. All residents of Ohio are advised to stay home. Lock all doors and windows. Turn off heating and air conditioning units. Close all fireplace dampers. Seal on cracks with tape, damp clothing, or damp towels. Move to reinforced room if you can. If you have a phone, you need to set it on silent. Turn it to lowest brightness level. Bring some supplies such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, toiletries, and the battery-powered radio with extra batteries for duration of this emergency, including and essential supplies for extra bonus. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation.
This is CBC News. We begin this hour with the breaking news. At this time, many type of people that look like zombies are straight to US-Canada border and attacking for the living, and most important thing is, they are acting weird. Do not interact the zombie as you may face certain death if you do so. All residents of Ontario are advised to move shelter immediately. Make sure you can lock all doors and windows, turning off the lights and heating and air conditioning systems, close fireplace dampers, seal on cracks with tape, damp clothing or damp towels. Move to the basement or reinforced room in an alternative way if you can. We will continue for more updates.
Event type is admin. About few minutes ago, these people that look like zombies, they were attacking for living. This alert is in effect for Toronto, Hamilton, Ottawa, and Kingston. All residents of these affected areas are advised to move shelter immediately. Move to the basement or reinforced room if you can. Barricade the windows and doors to avoid the zombies coming after you. For more information about this situation, please visit www.ontario.ca/page 2022 novel outbreak.
Questo messaggio è stato trasmesso su richiesta del governo italiano. Solo pochi minuti fa, alcune persone sembrano zombie dall'Ohio, dall'America verso gli aeroporti italiani e stanno attaccando per vivere. In quel momento si comportavano in modo strano. Tutti i restanti residenti di queste aree colpite. Le seguenti aree colpite sono Firenze, Roma, Venezia, Barago, Bologna, Verona, Gerona, Bari, Palermo e Perugia. Assicurati di poterti spostare nella stanza rinforzata e barricare tutte le porte e le finestre. Spegni le luci. Spegnere i sistemi di riscaldamento e condizionamento dell'aria. Chiudere gli ammortizzatori del camino. Restate sintonizzati per ulteriori informazioni su questa situazione in via di sviluppo.
Hello and welcome to BBC News. We have some breaking news at this hour. There are many reports about these zombies that are from Ohio, which is from America. They were attacking for their living. All people who are living in these affected areas, the following affected areas are London, Manchester, York, Bristol, Birmingham, Leicester, and Oxford. Make sure you can lock and reinforce doors and windows to avoid zombies coming after you or your loved ones if you have them. Turn off all lights or any light sources. Stay quiet. If you have a phone, just set it on silent, turn into a lowest brightness, then move to the reinforced room, attic, or basement. You may now tune out this channel. BBC News from London is signing off.
This is the standard emergency warning signal from Australian government. Just a few minutes ago, the zombies are from Ohio, which is most likely from the United States at this moment. They are attacking these areas. The following affected areas are Newcastle, Sydney, Orange, Dubbo, Griffith, Broken Hill, Coffs Harbour, and Maitland. All residents of these affected areas are urgently advised to move to shelter immediately. Barricade all doors and windows. If you can, turn off all lights or these light sources. Stay calm. Set your phone on silent and turn brightness into lowest brightest level. Bring battery-powered radio and stay vigilant.
The National Weather Service in Charleston, Ohio has issued a tornado warning for Charleston, Ohio, until 3:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 9:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a tornadic thunderstorm was located near Meigs, moving Lawrence at 10 miles per hour. Hazard: deadly tornado and ball-sized hail. Source: radar indicated rotation. Impacts: flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of southwest Lawrence. Take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
This is CTV News serving in Calgary. Health Canada has detected the new virus, the name known as OLH22. It was straight from Ohio, which is the dangerous American virus. Do not interact the virus as you may face certain death. Over a few days ago, the zombies has strayed to US-Canada border, and they're attacking for their living. At this time they become a zombies and acting weird. All Canadians of affected areas. The following affected areas are Grand Prairie, St. Albert, then Calgary and Edmonton. And we have an emergency alert for more details. Please stand by. We will continue for more updates.
This is an Alberta emergency alert. Event type is admin. The zombies are straight from Ohio are expected to attack Canada, including Alberta. This alert is in effect for Grand Prairie, St. Albert, Calgary and Edmonton. All remaining residents of these affected areas are advised to move shelter immediately. Move to reinforced room or basement or attic. Bring battery-powered radio, food, water, and other essential supplies with you for extra bonus. Lock and reinforce all doors and windows. Turn off heating and air conditioning systems. Close fireplace dampers. Seal and cracks with tape, damp clothing, or damp towels. For details, www.emergencyalert.alberta.co. Stay tuned to local media.
Diese Nachricht wurde auf Anfrage der deutschen Bundesregierung übermittelt. Das Europäische Zentrum für die Prävention und die Kontrolle von Krankheiten hat festgestellt, dass das neue Virus aus den Vereinigten Staaten stammt. Das Virus ist bekannt als OLH-Homograph Start 22 Homograph End. Das verwandelt jeden in Zombies und benimmt sich komisch. Alle Deutschen sind voreingenommen, eine Notunterkunft zu suchen. Verstärken Sie sofort alle Türen und Fenster. Schalten Sie je nach Markenunternehmen alle Lichter oder Lichtquellen aus. Umzug auf den Dachboden oder Keller oder verstärkten Raum. Bleib ganz ruhig. Mach keinen Lärm. Die Zombies könnten hinter dir her sein. Alle Kanäle in Deutschland haben aufgrund einer globalen Katastrophe aufgehört zu senden. Bringen Sie ein batteriebetriebenes Radio mit und bleiben Sie dran.
Please stand by. The power supply is slowly limited at this moment. The following message has been transmitted by the request of in Singaporean government. Over 25 minutes ago, many people arrived from America. The different US state was located from Ohio at this moment. They are snappy weird and became zombie and attacking for a living. All Singaporeans are advised to move shelter immediately, lock all doors and windows, shut off heating and air conditioning systems, turn off all lights, stay quiet, vigilant and calm, make sure you can protect yourself, such as melee weapons or guns. Do not evacuate Singapore, zombies can run really fast. Bring battery-powered radio with you and don't panic, and stay prepared. The following message has been transmitted by the request of Australian government. A few days ago, Department of Health has detected the new virus, abruptly named OLH22, which is the dangerous American virus. The symptoms of virus include coughing, sneezing, diarrhea, muscle fatigue, fever, body temperature to 69 or higher, shortness of breath, slurred speech, blurred vision, sneezing out blood, changing color from human skin to dark green, color blindness, schizophrenia, red eyes, confusion, memory loss, amnesia, IQ changing from exact IQ to 0 IQ, and certainly death. If you see someone has experienced the virus, euthanize them immediately. Failing to do so will cause certain death. All remaining Australians of these unaffected areas are urgently advised to move to reinforced room, or attic, or basement, and barricade all doors and windows to avoid zombies coming after you. To protect yourself, make sure you can grab melee weapons or armed guns. All TV and radio stations are roughly ceased to broadcast. Bring battery-powered radio and stay vigilant.
다음 메시지는 한국 정부와 보건복지부의 요청에 의해 전달되었습니다. 며칠 전 미국에서 한국 공항으로 향하는 일부 감염자들. 보건복지부는 새로운 바이러스를 발견했습니다. 상기 바이러스는 OH22로서 확인되었다. 바이러스는 모든 사람을 좀비로 만들고 이상하게 행동하는 능력이 있습니다. 남아있는 모든 한국인은 즉시 대피소로 이동하는 것이 좋습니다. 강화된 방으로 이동하십시오. 모든 문과 창문을 바리케이드 하십시오. 자신을 보호하려면 근접 무기나 총을 잡으십시오. KBS를 포함한 모든 TV 및 라디오 방송국의 방송이 중단됩니다. 배터리로 작동하는 라디오를 가져와서 한국인을 경계하십시오.
The following message has been transmitted by the request of South Korean government and Ministry of Health and Welfare. Few days ago, some infected people from America towards South Korean airports. Ministry of Health and Welfare detected the new virus. The virus was identified as OLH22. The virus has the ability to turn everyone into zombies and acting weird. All remaining Koreans are advised to move shelter immediately. Move to reinforced room. Barricade all doors and windows. To protect yourself, Grab melee weapons or guns. All TV and radio stations, including KBS, will be ceased to broadcast. Bring battery-powered radio with you and stay vigilant, Koreans.
以下のメッセージは日本政府の要請により送信され、数週間、感染者はアメリカから日本の空港に向かっています。この瞬間、彼らはゾンビになり、奇妙な行動をして、非常に遠くまで攻撃します。説明のつかないことなので、アメリカの CDC は OLH22 として知られる新しいウイルスを検出しました。このウイルスは、すべての人をゾンビに変え、奇妙な行動をする能力を持っています。このウイルスの症状には以下が含まれますが、これらに限定されません。咳、くしゃみ、下痢、筋肉疲労、発熱、69度以上の体温、息切れ、ろれつが回らない、目がかすむ、くしゃみで血が出る、人の肌から濃い緑色に変色する、色覚異常、統合失調症、赤目、錯乱、記憶喪失、正確な IQ から 0IQ への IQ の変化、そして確かに死。ドイツから来たという新しい変種があります。ドイツ語のバリアントの症状は、殺人、テレポーテーション、野生動物のように振る舞う、話すことができない。不眠症、襲名、過唾液分泌、吸血鬼が、残りのすべての日本居住民間人は、直ちに避難所に移動することを強くお勧めします。すべてのドアと窓をバリケードし、補強します。すべての暖房及び空調システムをオフにします。パンダのライトや光源を含むすべてのライトをオフにします。携帯電話の塔は切断されており、ゾンビによって損傷を受けています。電池式ラジオなどの必需品を持参してください。在留邦人の皆さん、気をつけてください。
Following message has been transmitted by the request of Japanese government. Over the past few weeks, infected people is straight from the America towards the Japanese airports. At this moment, they become zombies and acting weird and attacking really far. Since it's inexplicable, the CDC from America detected a new virus, the name known as OLH22. It has the ability to turn everyone into a zombies and acting weird. The symptoms of this virus include, but not limited to, coughing, sneezing, diarrhea, muscle fatigue, fever, body temperature to 69 or higher, shortness of breath, slurred speech, blurred vision, sneezing out blood, changing color from human skin to dark green, color blindness, schizophrenia, red eyes, confusion, memory loss, amnesia, IQ changing from exact IQ to 0 IQ, and certainly death. There is a new variant that it comes from Germany. The German variant symptoms are homicidal, teleportation, acts like a wild animal's, inability to speak. Insomnia, photophobia, hypersalivation, and vampiric hunger. All remaining Japanese residential civilians are strongly advised to move shelter immediately. Barricade and reinforce all doors and windows. Turn off all heating and air conditioning systems. Turn off all lights, including panda lights or any light sources. Cell towers are now either disconnected and it's damaged by the zombies. Bring some essential supplies, including battery-powered radio. Please stay vigilant, all Japanese residential civilians.
Le message suivant a été transmis à la demande du gouvernement français et du Centre européen de contrôle des maladies. Au cours des dernières semaines, des personnes infectées de l'Ohio aux États-Unis se sont rendues directement dans les aéroports français et ont attaqué des personnes. La chose la plus importante est que les zombies agissent bizarrement. N'interagissez pas avec les zombies car vous pourriez faire face à une mort certaine si vous le faites. Il est vivement conseillé à tous les résidents français de déménager immédiatement. Déplacez-vous pour renforcer la pièce si vous le souhaitez. Renforcez et barricadez toutes les portes et fenêtres. Éteignez les systèmes de chauffage et de climatisation. Les tours cellulaires sont maintenant soit déconnectées et endommagées par les zombies et vous ne pouvez pas appeler ou envoyer de SMS. Le Centre européen de contrôle des maladies a détecté le virus, le nom connu sous le nom de OLH22. Le virus a la capacité de transformer n'importe qui en abeille cellulaire et d'agir tout autant bizarrement. Les symptômes de ce virus comprennent, mais sans s'y limiter, toux, éternuement, diarrhée, fatigue musculaire, fièvre, température corporelle à 69 ou plus, essoufflement, troubles de l'élocution, vision floue, éternuement de sang, changement de couleur de la peau humaine au vert foncé, daltonisme, schizophrénie, yeux rouges, confusion, perte de mémoire, amnésie, QI passant d'un QI exact à un QI nul, et certainement la mort. Si quelqu'un autour de vous a la variante allemande, vous devez également remarquer les symptômes, homicide, téléportation, agit comme un animal sauvage, incapacité à parler. Insomnie, photophobie, hypersalivation et faim vampirique. Assurez-vous de pouvoir apporter les fournitures essentielles avec vous, y compris une radio à piles avec des piles supplémentaires. Bonne chance, civils français, pour votre survie. C'est TF1. Cette station cessera d'émettre avec les autres stations de télévision et de radio.
The following message has been transmitted by the request of the French government and European Centre for Disease Control. Over the past few weeks, infected people from the Ohio, United States got straight to French airports and attacking people. Most important thing is zombies are acting weird. Do not interact with zombie as you may face certain death if you do so. All French residential people are extremely advised to do move shelter immediately. Move to reinforce room if you want to. Reinforce and barricade all doors and windows. Turn off heating and air conditioning systems. Cell towers are now either disconnected and it's damaged by the zombies and you cannot call or text messages. European Centre for Disease Control detected the virus, the name known as OLH22. The virus has the ability to turn anyone into a cellbee and acting weird as much. The symptoms of this virus include, but not limited to, coughing, sneezing, diarrhea, muscle fatigue, fever, body temperature to 69 or higher, shortness of breath, slurred speech, blurred vision, sneezing out blood, changing color from human skin to dark green, color blindness, schizophrenia, red eyes, confusion, memory loss, amnesia, IQ changing from exact IQ to zero IQ, and certainly death. If somebody around you has the German variant, you have to notice the symptoms as well: homicidal, teleportation, acts like a wild animal's, inability to speak, insomnia, photophobia, hypersalivation, and vampiric hunger. Make sure you can bring essential supplies with you, including battery-powered radio with extra batteries. Good luck, French civilians, for your survival. This is TF1. This station will be ceased to broadcast along with the other TV and radio stations.
Lo peor ha pasado. Este mensaje fue de izquierda, es el gobierno mexicano. Durante los pocos días posteriores, estos zombies de Ohio esperaban atacar México, y también están actuando raro. Atacaron a los ancianos, más de 75 millones de la población. Y mueren 4,8 millones de la población. 3,9 millones de habitantes se han convertido en zombies y actuar raro es mucho. Se espera que el ejército, la policía y el equipo SWAT se vean abrumados, y detectamos el virus. Se sabe que el virus es OLH22. Este virus tiene la capacidad de convertir a cualquiera en un zombie y actuar de manera extraña. A partir de ahora, el entorno exterior es peligrosamente inseguro. Esta es la transmisión final. México ahora está fracasado y colapsado. Se recomienda trasladarse a los lugares más seguros de México. El gobierno ha dejado de funcionar. Se espera que el presidente y el vicepresidente estén muertos o desaparecidos y no se encuentren por ninguna parte. México no es más que caminos. Buena suerte y adiós a todos.
This message will be followed in English, Indonesian and Filipino.
Pesan ini akan diikuti dalam bahasa Inggris, Indonesia dan Filipina.
Mensaheng ito ay susundan sa English, Indonesian at Filipino.
This message was transmitted by the request of Indonesian government and Philippine Provisional Government. Over the past few weeks ago, the infected people from USA to Indonesian airports and Filipino airports. The Philippine Department of Health and Indonesian Ministry of Health has detected the new virus that comes from USA. The virus is known as OLH22. It has the ability to turn anyone into a zombie and acting weird. The virus is expected to attack Indonesia and Philippines. If you go outside without any sort of protection with you, you will contract the disease. If someone around you has a virus, terminate them immediately. Failing to do so will cause near certain death. The symptoms of the virus include, but not limited to, coughing, sneezing, diarrhea, muscle fatigue, fever, body temperature to 69 or higher, shortness of breath, slurred speech, blurred vision, sneezing out blood, changing color from human skin to dark green, color blindness, schizophrenia, red eyes, confusion, memory loss, amnesia, IQ changing from exact IQ to zero IQ, and certainly death. There is another variant that comes from India. The symptoms of Indian variant are acidic reflux, cranial elephantitis, bone dysplasia, enhanced motor control, and adrenal surge. To protect yourself, you need to get the melee weapons or armed guns. Indonesian president and vice president are either missing. The Filipino president and vice president are obviously dead. The cell towers are now disconnected and damaged by the zombies, and you cannot call or text message. Bring battery-powered radio for more details. TVRI and GMA7 are either ceased to broadcast along with the Indonesian and Filipino TV and radio stations. We hope Indonesia and Philippines will rise again along with the rest of the world. Stay strong and prepared.
Pesan ini disampaikan atas permintaan pemerintah Indonesia dan pemerintah sementara Filipina. Selama beberapa minggu yang lalu, orang yang terinfeksi dari Amerika Serikat ke Bandara Indonesia dan Bandara Filipina. Departemen Kesehatan Filipina dan Kementerian Kesehatan Indonesia telah mendeteksi virus baru yang berasal dari Amerika Serikat. Virus tersebut dikenal dengan nama OLH22. Ia memiliki kemampuan mengubah siapa saja menjadi zombie dan bertingkah aneh. Virus ini diperkirakan akan menyerang Indonesia dan Filipina. Jika Anda pergi keluar tanpa perlindungan apapun, Anda akan tertular penyakit. Jika seseorang di sekitar Anda memiliki virus, hentikan segera. Gagal melakukannya akan menyebabkan kematian yang hampir pasti. Gejala-gejala virus termasuk, tetapi tidak terbatas pada batuk, bersin, diare, kelelahan otot, demam, suhu tubuh hingga 69 atau lebih, sesak napas, bicara cadel, penglihatan kabur, bersin darah, perubahan warna dari kulit manusia menjadi hijau tua, buta warna, skizofrenia, mata merah, bingung, hilang ingatan, amnesia, IQ berubah dari IQ eksak menjadi IQ 0, dan pastinya kematian. Ada varian lain yang berasal dari India. Gejala varian India adalah acidic reflux, cranial elephantitis, bone dysplasia, enhanced motor control, dan adrenal surge. Untuk melindungi diri Anda perlu mendapatkan senjata jarak dekat atau senjata bersenjata. Presiden dan Wakil Presiden Indonesia hilang. Presiden dan Wakil Presiden Filipina jelas sudah mati. Menara sel sekarang terputus dan dirusak oleh zombie dan Anda tidak dapat menelepon atau mengirim pesan teks. Bawalah radio bertenaga baterai untuk lebih jelasnya. TVRI dan GMA7 dihentikan siarannya bersama dengan stasiun TV dan radio Indonesia dan Filipina. Kami berharap Indonesia dan Filipina akan bangkit kembali bersama dengan negara-negara lain di dunia. Tetap kuat dan siap.
Ang mensaheng ito ay ipinadala sa pamamagitan ng kahilingan ng pamahalaan ng Indonesia at ng pansamantalang pamahalaan ng Pilipinas. Sa nakalipas na ilang linggo,
Ang mga nahawaang tao mula sa USA hanggang sa mga paliparan ng Indonesia at paliparan ng mga Pilipino. Natukoy ng Kagawaran ng Kalusugan ng Pilipinas at ng Ministry of Health ng Indonesia ang bagong virus na nagmumula sa USA. Ang virus ay kilala bilang OLH22. Ito ay may kakayahang gawing zombie ang sinuman at kumilos na kakaiba. Inaasahang aatake ang virus sa Indonesia at Pilipinas. Kung lalabas ka ng walang anumang uri ng proteksyon sa iyo, mahahawa ka sa sakit. Kung ang isang tao sa paligid mo ay may virus, wakasan sila kaagad. Ang hindi paggawa nito ay magdudulot ng malapit sa tiyak na kamatayan. Kasama sa mga sintomas ng virus, ngunit hindi limitado sa pag-ubo, pagbahing, pagtatae, pagkapagod sa kalamnan, lagnat, temperatura ng katawan hanggang 69 o mas mataas, igsi sa paghinga, malabong pananalita, malabong paningin, pagbahin ng dugo, pagbabago ng kulay mula sa balat ng tao hanggang sa madilim na berde, pagkabulag ng kulay, schizophrenia, pulang mata, pagkalito, pagkawala ng memorya, amnesia, pagbabago ng IQ mula sa eksaktong IQ hanggang sa 0 IQ, at tiyak na kamatayan. May isa pang variant na nagmula sa India. Ang mga sintomas ng Indian variant ay acidic reflux, cranial elephantitis, bone dysplasia, enhanced motor control, at adrenal surge. Upang protektahan ang iyong sarili, kailangan mong makuha ang mga santukan na armas o armadong baril. Ang presidente at vice-presidente ng Indonesia ay nawawala. Halatang patay na ang Filipino president at vice president. Ang mga cell tower ay hindi na nakakonekta at nasira ng mga zombie at hindi ka maaaring tumawag o mag-text. Magdala ng radyong pinapagana ng baterya para sa higit pang mga detalye. Ang TVRI at GMA7 ay maaaring tumigil sa pagsasahimpapawid kasama ang mga istasyon ng TV at radyo sa Indonesia at Filipino. Umaasa kami na muling bumangon ang Indonesia at Pilipinas kasama ng iba pang bahagi ng mundo. Manatiling matatag at handa.
The worst things has come to pass. The following message has been transmitted by the request of New Zealand Provisional Government and Ministry of Health. A few weeks ago, infected people from United States had strayed to New Zealand airports. As such, infrastructure in ruins. New Zealand has obliterated by the zombies. You are no longer to be able to rely on the government for protection, you are on your own now. There is no way we can stay calm now. Go into panic mode. OLH22 is a dangerously inexplicable virus to all life on Earth. Every military, police, SWAT team, along with all governments around the world is overwhelmed. And thus zombies are uncontrollable hypnosis. If someone around you has the virus, please terminate them immediately. Failing to do so will cause near certain death if you do that. You may have to notice these symptoms of this virus. The symptoms of this virus has included, but not limited to, coughing, sneezing, diarrhea, muscle fatigue, fever, body temperature to 69 or higher, shortness of breath, slurred speech, blurred vision, sneezing out blood, changing color from human skin to dark green, color blindness, schizophrenia, red eyes, confusion, memory loss, amnesia, IQ changing from exact IQ to 0 IQ, and certainly death. There is yet another variant that comes from Brazil. The symptoms of the Brazilian variant are inability to control, abdominal pain, chest pain, bad toxic smell, changing from exact hair color into dark green. We hope New Zealand, along with the rest of the world, will rise up again. Please stock up on supplies. If you go outside without any sort of protection, you would die within 15 minutes or more than 15 minutes. The government has ceased to function and it's no longer to protecting you. The Prime Minister has been missing. This is TVNZ1. This station is being ceased to broadcast along with the TV and radio stations. To protect yourself from the zombies, you need to get the melee weapons or armor guns so you don't want to get hurt, and the flashlight on hand. Good luck and goodbye to you all.
The following message has been by the request of the United States government. At 8:34 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we closed the borders that not allowing to go Ohio. As of now, looks like Ohio has become the most dangerous U.S. state. As of right now, there are a lot of variants that comes from different countries such as India, Germany and Brazil. The symptoms of these variants are, but not limited to, for the Indian variant are, acidic reflux, cranioelephantitis, bone dysplasia, enhanced motor control, and adrenal surge. For the German variant are, homicidal, teleportation, acts like a wild animal's, inability to speak, insomnia, photophobia, hypersalivation, and vampiric hunger, and for the Brazilian variant are, inability to control, abdominal pain, chest pain, bad toxic smell, and changing from exact hair color into dark green. All residents of the United States, but not for Ohio, are strongly advised to move reinforced shelter immediately. Lock all doors and windows. Turn off all lights. Turn off heating and air conditioning units. Close fireplace dampers. Seal on cracks with tape and damp clothing or damp towels. Gather enough food, water, clothing, medical supplies, toiletries, and a battery-powered radio with extra batteries for duration of the emergency. United States government are going to have a secret plan to stop Ohio being weirdly dangerous. If you go outside without any sort of protection, at this moment, you will contract the disease and you will die in 15 minutes or more than 15 minutes. If the plan failed, Ohio would try to take over the entire world. And now the earth would become inhabitable. Stay tuned for more information on this deadliest situation. Please stay vigilant, all Americans.
Thank you for joining and listening to this broadcast, UN members. The worst things has come past as we noticed. The following message has been transmitted and it's authorized by the United Nations and World War Health Organization, and authorized with the United States government and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. OLH-22 are about to take over the world and become Earth inhabitable. Many countries and territories are affected and collapsed by the weirdly dangerous zombies. The affected countries are shown on screen. So these countries and territories has been affected by the worst virus from Ohio, which is from the United States of America. The virus has known to be OLH-22, along with the different variants. The symptoms of OLH-22 virus are include, but not limited to, coughing, sneezing, diarrhea, muscle fatigue, fever, body temperature to 69 or higher, shortness of breath, slurred speech, blurred vision, sneezing out blood, changing color from human skin to dark green, color blindness, schizophrenia, red eyes, confusion, memory loss, amnesia, IQ changing from exact IQ to 0 IQ, and certainly death. Also, the symptoms of these different variants are, for the Indian variant are, acidic reflux, cranial elephantitis, bone dysplasia, enhanced motor control, and adrenal surge. For the German variant are, homicidal, teleportation, acts like a wild animal's, inability to speak, insomnia, photophobia, hypersalivation, and vampiric hunger. And for the Brazilian variant are, inability to control, abdominal pain, chest pain, bad toxic smell, and changing from exact hair color into dark green. For UN blockade has been collapsed by the weirdly dangerous zombies. As of now that, if our plan failed, this means that Ohio will obliterate the earth and became inhabitable. All TV and radio stations around the world are ceased broadcasting and shutting down due to an inexplicable global crisis at this moment. Cell towers and TV towers are either disconnected and damaged by the zombies and it cannot watch the TV or text message or call with your phone. Society has collapsed, but soon we will rise up again. In the next years as possible, when the zombies are obliterated by themselves. Stay vigilant, all United Nations members.
This emergency broadcast would be on standby and wait for something new. Repeating this again, stay vigilant, UN members. Make sure you can grab melee weapons or guns to protect yourself.
this is the final broadcast. The following message has been transmitted by the request of Government of Canada and Health Canada. The zombies are now destroying our glorious nation. This alert is in effect for Canada. This is CBC. This station has been ceased to broadcast along with the other TV and radio stations. The Prime Minister all went missing and nowhere to be found. The government units are expected to be dead. Please stock on supplies, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and other essential supplies. If someone has the virus, you have to notice these symptoms are coughing, sneezing, diarrhea, muscle fatigue, fever, body temperature to 69 or higher, shortness of breath, slurred speech, blurred vision, sneezing out blood, changing color from human skin to dark green, color blindness, schizophrenia, red eyes, confusion, memory loss, amnesia, IQ changing from exact IQ to 0 IQ, and certainly death. If someone has a different variants from 3 countries, the symptoms of these different variants are, for the Indian variant are, acidic reflux, cranial elephantitis, bone dysplasia, enhanced motor control, and adrenal surge. For the German variant are, homicidal, teleportation, acts like a wild animal's, inability to speak, insomnia, photophobia, hypersalivation, and vampiric hunger. And for the Brazilian variant are, inability to control, abdominal pain, chest pain, bad toxic smell, and changing from exact hair color into dark green. As of now, we cannot stop Ohio. For some reason, since Ohio is too strong to kill. Ohio King has a lot armed bodyguards and reinforcements. To protect yourself from these zombies, make sure you can grab melee weapons or guns. Several world leaders are about to be dead or missing. As of now, the earth has now become inhabitable now. There are several countries has been severely collapsed by the zombies, such as Japan, South Korea, Australia, Philippines, China, Finland, the UK, France, Italy, Germany, Mexico, Brazil, and India. Cell towers are either disconnected and severely damaged by the zombies, and thus you cannot call or text message. As of now, the vaccine and cure is no longer due to heal any infected people, and thus the virus is invulnerable to cure and vaccine. All federal governments around the world are expected to be malfunctioning. Repeating this again, this is the final broadcast. Canada has now severely collapsed. We will now play one last national anthem. But before we do that, this message will be played in French. C'est la diffusion finale. Le message suivant a été transmis à la demande du gouvernement du Canada et de Santé Canada. Les zombies détruisent maintenant notre glorieuse nation. Cette alerte est en vigueur pour Canada. Il s'agit de CBC. Cette station a cessé de diffuser avec les autres stations de télévision et de radio. Le Premier ministre a tous disparu et est introuvable. On s'attend à ce que les unités gouvernementales soient mortes. Veuillez vous approvisionner en fournitures, comme la nourriture, l'eau, vêtements, fournitures médicales et autres fournitures essentielles. Si quelqu'un a le virus, vous devez remarquer ses symptômes: toux, éternuement, diarrhée, fatigue musculaire, fièvre, température corporelle à 69 ou plus, essoufflement, troubles de l'élocution, vision floue, éternuement de sang, changement de couleur de l'humain peau au vert foncé, daltonisme, schizophrénie, yeux rouges, confusion, perte de mémoire, amnésie, QI passant d'un QI exact à un QI nul, et certainement la mort. Si quelqu'un a des variantes différentes de 3 pays, les symptômes de ces différentes variantes sont, pour la variante indienne, les suivants: reflux acide, éléphantite crânienne, dysplasie osseuse, contrôle moteur amélioré et poussée surrénalienne. Pour la variante allemande sont homicide, téléportation, agit comme un animal sauvage, incapacité à parler, insomnie, photophobie, hypersalivation et faim vampirique. Et pour la variante brésilienne sont incapacité à contrôler, douleurs abdominales, douleurs thoraciques, mauvaise odeur toxique et changement de la couleur exacte des cheveux en vert foncé. À partir de maintenant, nous ne pouvons pas arrêter l'Ohio, pour certaines raisons, puisque l'Ohio est trop fort pour tuer. Le roi de l'Ohio a beaucoup de gardes du corps armé et de renforts. Pour vous protéger de ces zombies, assurez-vous que vous pouvez saisir des armes de mêlée ou des fusils. Plusieurs dirigeants mondiaux sont sur le point d'être morts ou portés disparus. À partir de maintenant, la Terre est maintenant devenue habitable maintenant. Il y a plusieurs pays qui ont été gravement effondrés par les zombies, comme le Japon, la Corée du Sud, l'Australie, les Philippines, la Chine, la Finlande, le Royaume-Uni, la France, l'Italie, l'Allemagne, le Mexique, le Brésil et l'Inde. Les tours cellulaires sont soit déconnectées, soit gravement endommagées par les zombies. Et donc, vous ne pouvez pas appeler ou envoyer de SMS. À partir de maintenant, le vaccin et le remède ne doivent plus guérir les personnes infectées. Et ainsi, le virus est vulnérable au traitement et au vaccin. On s'attend à ce que tous les gouvernements fédéraux du monde entier fonctionnent mal. En répétant cela encore une fois, c'est la diffusion finale. Le Canada s'est maintenant gravement effondré. Nous allons maintenant jouer un dernier hymne national.
Lo peor ha pasado. Ohio se apoderará del mundo pronto. El siguiente mensaje ha sido transmitido a petición del Gobierno de España y del Centro Europeo para el Control de la Prevención de Enfermedades. España se ha derrumbado gravemente por los zombies de Ohio. No hay otra razón para mantener la calma, entrar en modo pánico. Suministros Stopcorn. Se recomienda encarecidamente a todos los residentes civiles españoles restantes que abandonen España. A partir de ahora, España se ha convertido en una nación abandonada. Asegúrese de que puede obtener la máscara facial y el EPP. Dado que el ambiente exterior es peligrosamente tóxico para toda la vida en la Tierra, y está lleno de zombies alrededor, el imperio de Ohio se apoderará del mundo, o incluso peor, el universo entero, o incluso mucho peor, todos los universos. Si alguien a su alrededor tiene un virus, los síntomas de este virus incluyen, entre otros, tos, estornudos, diarrea, fatiga muscular, fiebre, temperatura corporal de 69 o más, dificultad para respirar, dificultad para hablar, visión borrosa, estornudo, sangre, cambio de color de piel humana a verde oscuro, daltonismo, esquizofrenia, ojos rojos, confusión, pérdida de memoria, amnesia, cambio de coeficiente intelectual de coeficiente intelectual exacto a coeficiente intelectual 0. Y ciertamente la muerte. Si alguien a tu alrededor tiene variantes diferentes de 3 países, los síntomas de estas diferentes variantes son, para la variante india, reflujo ácido, elefantitis craneal, displasia ósea, control motor mejorado y sobretensión suprarrenal. Para la variante alemana son, homicida, teletransporte, actúa como un animal salvaje, incapacidad para hablar, insomnio, fotofobia, hipersalivación y hambre vampírica. Y para la variante brasileña son, incapacidad de control, dolor abdominal, dolor en el pecho, mal olor tóxico y cambio del color de cabello exacto a verde oscuro. Ya no vas a poder depender del gobierno de protección y necesidades. Estás solo ahora. Repitiendo, esta es la transmisión final. España ha sido un país-nación colapsado y abandonado. El presidente está desaparecido y no se encuentra por ninguna parte. Se espera que falten unidades gubernamentales y que tampoco se encuentren por ninguna parte. Buena suerte y adiós.
The worst things has come to pass. The United Kingdom has been severely collapsed. At approximately 20:35 British Summer Time, the following message has been transmitted by the request of HM government. After the infected people has strayed to British airports and attacking people for living, and turning anyone into a zombie and acting weird. This is BBC from London. This station has been ceased to broadcast along with the other BBC channels. The virus has known to be OLH22. It is dangerous to all life on Earth and it has the ability to turn anyone into a zombie and worships to Ohio King. There are symptoms of this virus along with the different variants that comes from different countries, but not limited to coughing, sneezing, diarrhea, muscle fatigue, fever, body temperature to 69 or higher, shortness of breath, slurred speech, blurred vision, sneezing out blood, changing color from human skin to dark green, color blindness, schizophrenia, red eyes, confusion, memory loss, amnesia, IQ changing from exact IQ to 0 IQ, and certainly death. If somebody has different variants from different countries, you may have to know these different symptoms too. For the Indian variant are acidic reflux, cranial elephantitis, bone dysplasia, enhanced motor control, and adrenal surge. For the German variant are homicidal, teleportation, acts like a wild animal's, inability to speak, insomnia, photophobia, hypersalivation, and vampiric hunger. And for the Brazilian variant are inability to control, abdominal pain, chest pain, bad toxic smell, and changing from exact hair color into dark green. All British residential civilians are strongly advised to stock up supplies. To protect yourself from zombies, make sure you can grab a melee weapons or armed guns, so you don't want to get hurt. The UK has become a banned country nation. Prime Minister has been dead. The Majesty has nowhere to be found. Goodbye and good luck to you all.
This is the last broadcast. The following message remains of Indian government. Over the past few weeks after these infected people from America towards to Indian airports. By this point, they are attacking for a living. As of now, they become zombies and acting weird, and one thing is they were worshipped to Ohio King. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has detected a new virus. The virus has named as OLH22. It has the ability to turn anyone into a zombie and acting weird and worships to Ohio King. If someone has the virus, you have to notice these symptoms, but not limited to as might be, along with the different variants that comes from different countries including India. The symptoms of the virus include coughing, sneezing, diarrhea, muscle fatigue, fever, body temperature to 69 or higher, shortness of breath, slurred speech, blurred vision, sneezing out blood, changing color from human skin to dark green, color blindness, schizophrenia, red eyes, confusion, memory loss, amnesia, IQ changing from exact IQ to 0 IQ, and certainly death. For the Indian variant are acidic reflux, cranial elephantitis, bone dysplasia, enhanced motor control, and adrenal surge. For the German variant are homicidal, teleportation, acts like a wild animal's, inability to speak, insomnia, photophobia, hypersalivation, and vampiric hunger. And for the Brazilian variant are inability to control, abdominal pain, chest pain, bad toxic smell, and changing from exact hair color into dark green. All Indians are strongly advised to leave India. Please stock on supplies and bring battery-powered radio for duration of the emergency. India has become the abandoned country nation. This is Zee TV, Sony Entertainment Television, Republic TV, and News 18 India. Several stations has been ceased to broadcast, including other TV and radio stations. Good luck and goodbye. All
This is emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public and assigned areas. This is KCAL-TV. We will continue to serve the Los Angeles local area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Los Angeles local area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. The worst things has come to pass, as we notice for. The following message has been transmitted by the request of the United States government and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, along with the United Nations and World Health Organization. A few days ago, Ohio was taking over the world and enslaving people to worship the Ohio King. All remaining survivors are not to worship Ohio King, and thus he will enslave you 95% of the total population of the world that is being infected. You are no longer to be able to rely on the government for protection. You're on your own now. The infected people are expected to be riot in the United States along with the rest of the world. As of now, the police, law enforcement, FBI, the SWAT team, CIA, then military armed forces are expected to be overwhelmed and overstaffed, and they cannot stop the riots. The epidemic has defeated us. The cases are about to be rise, and more countries and territories are continued to collapsing. The earth has become Ohio planet. Or even much worse, every universe will be turned into Ohio. All entire zombies around the world are expected to be in controllable hypnosis. America has now insanely collapsed by the hands of the virus. We will now rebuild the world in the next years after Ohio was defeated. The earth has become inhabitable. Good luck and goodbye all Americans. Repeating, this is a final broadcast. America has